If you're over 50 and you take any kind of prescription medication, stop for a second. That simple glass of milk in your hand, yes, the one you've been drinking your whole life, could be silently making your medicine weaker, even useless. I know this sounds dramatic. Milk is supposed to be healthy, right? It's been marketed as the backbone of strong bones and good nutrition for decades. But here's the shocking truth. Once you hit your 50s and beyond, the way your body processes both food and medicine changes drastically. What used to be harmless can now quietly sabotage your health. Picture this. You're faithfully taking your thyroid medication every morning, or maybe antibiotics for an infection or supplements for your bones. You do everything your doctor told you. Yet weeks later, you wonder, why am I not feeling better? Why are my symptoms still hanging on? The answer could be sitting right in your fridge. And here's the thing. This isn't rare. Millions of Americans over 50 drink milk or eat dairy alongside their daily medications without realizing the hidden danger. Some of these interactions don't just make your meds less effective. They can leave you vulnerable to fatigue, infections, bone fractures, or worse. So stay with me, because in the next few minutes I'll show you the 5 deadliest milk and medicine combos, the warning signs to watch for, and the simple rules to protect yourself. And at the end, I'll give you a 1-page checklist that could literally save you hours at the pharmacy and years of frustration. Let's talk about why this problem hits harder once you're over 50. You see, our bodies don't stay the same forever. The digestive system slows down, the liver and kidneys, the 2 organs that process and filter nearly every pill you take, aren't as efficient as they once were. Even stomach acid levels change, which can completely alter how your body absorbs medicine. And here's something doctors call polypharmacy. That's just a fancy word for taking multiple medications at the same time, which is incredibly common after 50. Maybe you take something for blood pressure, a pill for cholesterol, a thyroid tablet, a supplement for your bones, and then the occasional antibiotic. On their own, each of these can work well. But throw milk or dairy into the mix, and suddenly the chemistry inside your body changes in ways you can't see or feel until it's too late. Now add this to the equation. After 50, your bones, heart, and immune system are all more vulnerable. You need your medicine to work at its best. The problem? Just one wrong timing with milk, say drinking it too close to your pill, can slash the effectiveness of that medication by half or more. So it's not about giving up milk forever. It's about knowing the hidden traps, the exact timings, and the smart swaps that keep your meds powerful and your health protected. And that's exactly what we're diving into next. The 5 most dangerous milk and medicine combinations you need to know. All right, let's break down the 5 most dangerous milk and medicine combinations. These are what I call the silent killers, because you won't feel the damage right away, but they can slowly chip away at your health. Number 1, thyroid medication, especially levothyroxine. This is one of the most prescribed drugs for people over 50. The calcium in milk binds to the medicine and blocks it from working. That means your thyroid stays sluggish, and you're left wondering why your energy never improves. The fix: take it on an empty stomach and wait several hours before touching milk. Number 2, certain antibiotics like tetracycline or ciprofloxacin. Milk literally clings to the antibiotic, forming a compound your body can't absorb. Translation: the infection you're trying to fight lingers longer. Always space out dairy and antibiotics, or you're basically cutting your dose in half. Number 3, osteoporosis drugs like alendronate. Here's the cruel irony. The very pill designed to strengthen your bones won't work if you swallow it with milk. In fact, it could leave you more vulnerable to fractures. Always take it with plain water standing up and wait before eating or drinking anything else. Number 4, iron supplements. If you're low on iron, milk is your enemy. The calcium blocks absorption, leaving your blood cells starved. Want to help your body instead? Pair iron with vitamin C, not dairy. Number 5, other prescription meds. Yes, there are more: lithium, some HIV drugs, and even over-the-counter minerals. The rule is simple. When in doubt, separate milk from medicine by a few hours. These combos might sound small, but they carry big consequences. Coming up next, how to recognize the warning signs before it's too late. So how do you know if milk is sabotaging your medication? The truth is, the signs aren't always obvious, but your body will often send out little red flags if you know what to look for. First, pay attention if your symptoms never seem to improve. Maybe you've been faithfully taking your thyroid pill, yet weeks later you're still dragging yourself out of bed, gaining weight, or feeling mentally foggy. That could be a clue the medication isn't being absorbed. Next, watch out for infections that just won't clear. You finished a round of antibiotics, but the cough or urinary infection is still hanging on. If you chase those pills with milk or cheese, that could be why. Another warning sign is bone weakness despite treatment. Imagine taking osteoporosis medication, doing all the right things, but you're still dealing with fractures or pain. Milk at the wrong time can cancel out the very pill meant to protect you. And don't forget the digestive signals: bloating, cramps, diarrhea, or gas after milk. Many people over 50 become lactose intolerant without realizing it, which not only makes life uncomfortable but can complicate how your body absorbs nutrients and medicine. If any of this sounds familiar, don't panic, but don't ignore it either. It's your body waving a flag telling you to check the timing of your meds and dairy. And up next, we're going to bust some common milk and food myths that might be distracting you from the real dangers. So how do you know if milk is sabotaging your medication? The truth is, the signs aren't always obvious, but your body will often send out little red flags if you know what to look for. First, pay attention if your symptoms never seem to improve. Maybe you've been faithfully taking your thyroid pill, yet weeks later you're still dragging yourself out of bed, gaining weight, or feeling mentally foggy. That could be a clue the medication isn't being absorbed. Next, watch out for infections that just won't clear. You finished a round of antibiotics, but the cough or urinary infection is still hanging on. If you chase those pills with milk or cheese, that could be why. Another warning sign is bone weakness despite treatment. Imagine taking osteoporosis medication, doing all the right things, but you're still dealing with fractures or pain. Milk at the wrong time can cancel out the very pill meant to protect you. And don't forget the digestive signals: bloating, cramps, diarrhea, or gas after milk. Many people over 50 become lactose intolerant without realizing it, which not only makes life uncomfortable but can complicate how your body absorbs nutrients and medicine. If any of this sounds familiar, don't panic, but don't ignore it either. It's your body waving a flag telling you to check the timing of your meds and dairy. And up next, we're going to bust some common milk and food myths that might be distracting you from the real dangers. Now that we've cut through the myths, let's get into what really matters: the rules. These are the simple, practical guidelines that can make all the difference for anyone over 50. Rule number 1, thyroid medication like levothyroxine. This one is huge. Take it first thing in the morning on an empty stomach with a full glass of water. No milk, no food, no coffee, nothing for at least 4 hours afterward. That way, the medicine gets fully absorbed and can actually do its job. Rule number 2, antibiotics like tetracycline or ciprofloxacin. With these, timing is everything. You need to give your body space. Take the antibiotic at least 1 hour before eating or 2 hours after, and absolutely no milk, cheese, or yogurt within that window. Otherwise, the drug won't work the way it's supposed to. Rule number 3, bone-strengthening drugs like alendronate. This one comes with strict instructions. Take it only with plain water, stay upright, no lying down for at least 30 minutes, and don't eat or drink anything else during that time. Skip that step and the pill is basically wasted. Rule number 4, iron supplements. Never pair them with milk. Calcium blocks the iron completely. Instead, take iron with water or orange juice. Vitamin C actually helps your body absorb more of it. The bottom line: milk isn't bad, but timing is critical. Learn the windows, respect them, and your medications will work the way your doctor intended. So what do you do if you love milk but you also need your medications to work? Don't worry. You don't have to give up dairy altogether. You just have to be smarter about how and when you enjoy it. First, if regular milk leaves you bloated, cramping, or running to the bathroom, consider switching to lactose-free milk. It still gives you the calcium and protein, but without the digestive drama that many people over 50 suddenly start experiencing. Yogurt and aged cheeses are also easier on the stomach because they naturally contain less lactose. Second, if you need calcium but your medicine timing clashes with dairy, you've got plenty of non-dairy options. Leafy greens like kale and collard greens, canned salmon or sardines with bones, and even fortified orange juice can all give you a calcium boost without interfering with your pills. Third, create a simple medicine timing chart. Write down each prescription, what time you take it, and a note like no milk 4 hours or water only. Tape it on your fridge or keep it in your phone. That tiny habit saves confusion and keeps your health on track. And finally, when in doubt, ask your pharmacist. They'll tell you which meds are safe with milk and which aren't. It's free advice, and it could save you from months of frustration. Bottom line, you can still enjoy your morning cereal, your coffee with cream, or your evening yogurt. Just time it wisely. Next, let's tie everything together into a step-by-step game plan you can actually follow. Now let's talk about how this all comes together, because information alone isn't enough. You need the right flow to stay locked in. This video has been designed to take you on a journey, step by step, so you never feel lost, and so you stay motivated to watch until the very last second. We started with a shock moment, that glass of milk next to your medicine, to grab your attention. Instantly, you understood this wasn't just another health lecture. It was about you, your daily routine, and the risks you might not see. Then we laid down the context, why your body changes after 50, why polypharmacy matters, and why timing becomes critical. This gave you the why, which builds trust and authority. From there, we dove into the 5 silent killer combos. This was the heart of the danger list, clear, punchy, and memorable. But we didn't just scare you. We followed up with warning signs so you could recognize if this was already happening in your life. Next, we lightened the mood by busting common myths, keeping things interactive and relatable. And then we gave you the rules and smart tips, the real, practical value you can walk away with. Finally, we're heading into the grand payoff, the checklist. This is where all the information condenses into a simple tool you can keep, share, and use every single day. That's the value waiting at the end. Stick with me, it's worth it. So here's the big takeaway. Milk isn't your enemy. In fact, it can still be part of a healthy diet after 50. But timing is everything. When milk sneaks in at the wrong moment, it can silently block your medicine, leaving you weaker, more tired, or at risk for infections and fractures. And that's something none of us can afford. That's why I've pulled everything together into a simple 3-minute checklist, your daily guide to making sure milk and medication don't clash. Here it is. Step 1, write down every medication you take and the time you usually take it. Don't leave anything out, even vitamins and supplements count. Step 2, circle the ones that matter most with milk: thyroid pills, antibiotics, osteoporosis meds, and iron. If you see one of these on your list, highlight it. Step 3, apply the timing rule. 4 hours for thyroid meds, 1 to 2 hours for antibiotics, 30 minutes of water only for bone drugs, and at least 2 hours for iron. Simple numbers, simple habits, big results. Print this out, tape it on your fridge, or save it on your phone. Better yet, share it with a friend or loved one who also takes daily meds, because protecting your health is easier when you do it together. Remember, milk is still good, but your health deserves to come first. Use the checklist, follow the rules, and let your medicine do its job.